nostril. Nice try, bub.
Fools to ally with a madman like Bullseye, even if you do keep him on a nanite leash.
Hey, he's serving his country. More we can say for you.
Going berserker on you.
Are heading this way, but S.H.I.E.L.D. is watching our every move from the helicarrier. Dr. Foster has identified non-toxic chemical tanks that can be destroyed. This will create a smokescreen to block S.H.I.E.L.D.'s view. Once that is done, I will keep this path open for our escape. I expect the captain will join us in due time, though he is perhaps relishing this counterattack a bit too much.
I gave up smoking, so an
Here's one of those smoke screen tanks, Liberty. Smash it up. The turbulence should trigger the reaction we need. Watch yourselves. Looks like the helicarrier is taking pot shots at us when they think they got an opening. Great. Keep it up to give us better cover.
At the ready.
They've sealed those valves by remote. They'll have to break them open to drain the tank.
It's more fun when they fight back.
Stop right there. As a fully registered and licensed hero, it is my duty to... what's the line? I can rehearse for that commercial later. I know how this scene will play out. I do all my own stunts.
messed with the wrong mother.
Don't mess with the old knucklehead. I've got an unbreakable skeleton. Bet you don't. You looking for another nostril? I've got an unbreakable skeleton. Bet you don't.
Another one. Shield's starting to get worried.
Get ready to stop him, boys!
You don't want me going berserker on you.
Grenades fried!
You want to pick on a girl? Never saw it coming, did ya?
One more of those should do it. Perfect. Hill's panicking. She can't see a damn thing. That'll get us our escape route.
Liberty, Gangers move close to your vicinity, but they've been cornered. Go. I can handle Stark.
Last warning shot, Dagger. Step away from Cloak. Molten Man's next volley will put you in the burn unit.
You people are out of your minds. I'm not leaving. You are.
You idiots. Cap's completely lost it, gets handed a ridiculously generous offer, and punches us in the face for extending it. How far will you follow that zealot? Fine. We'll be happy to help you with the first half of that trip. Just don't ever say you didn't ask for this.
Don't mess with the knucklehead. You looking for another nostril? Things are getting hazy.
Good job, team. Let's give Dagger a chance to revive Cloak. Colossus, you stay with her to help stand guard. The rest of you, get to that elevator. Cap could use some backup and fast. Should be able to sight Cap from there. Get to his position.
I got this. You get the Cap.
Keep them away from Iron Man!
Not what I expected.
Blow it. It'll block their path.
That came from, bub.
Okay, boss? I will be. Just keep those others away. This is between me and Rogers.
No problem. I got your back.
Tony might have held back, but I'm not Tony. I can do it all day.
Chance to heal.
You're outflanked.
I got my limits, Bob.
Didn't even make a dent.
need your help. Don't let them keep you away from them.
Took down War Machine, huh? You traitors won't have such an easy time with me. Still think being a rebel is cool? Need to give repair systems some time.
Not gonna happen, Tony!
I think your interference has gone on long enough. Your resistance is putting us all in jeopardy. Just once, it would be nice if things went according to plan.
Things are getting hazy. chance to heal.
You're going down. There's dissent, and then there's law breaking.
Even I got my limits, bub.
Amnesty, huh, Tony? Like you'd offer a common criminal? Who needs amnesty now?
You still don't get it. Still won't accept where you're pushing things.
Don't start with that again. Reed can crunch his numbers till the cows come home. It won't change right from wrong.
Sometimes, you have to do the wrong thing at the right time to save everything that matters.
Nothing can justify what you're doing. Nothing on... What's that sound, Stark? Don't move a muscle, or...
Don't worry. Not gonna move.
Damn it! Cable, we had Stark cornered, but he got away. Any read on his position?
Negative, but we think Cloak might be recovered enough to...
Fine. Get anyone who's seriously wounded to his location for evac. Everyone else stays. We're finishing this. I'll meet up with you in a bit. I'm not done with Stark yet.
Cap, we can't risk you getting captured.
Not discussing it, Cable. You've got your orders. What are you waiting for? Get to Cloak and make sure the wounded get out safely. You there. I need your help. Something big's going down. Those villains Stark's been controlling have gone off the leash. They've set up a trap on the Cortex that could blow everyone here to Kingdom Come. This has nothing to do with your war. It's about keeping people safe. If you don't believe that, follow me and see for yourself. Come on. We need to head to the central facility of the plant. I'll stabilize the bombs and toss them to you. Then you dispose of them. Oh, and keep those two busy, would you?
Lead the way, Fury. But if you're screwing us over, there'll be hell to pay.
Look, they're up to something.
They're getting hazy.
We'll have to sort out the details later. Use that vent to get rid of the bomb. Goblin's heading your way. I can get at the bombs now. Heads up. Grab that thing and get rid of it. Bomb's gonna blow! Throw it in! Toss that bomb into the central vent. It'll be safe enough.
Need a chance to heal.
Break through that webbing. It's blocking the vent. Almost clear. Got it. It's all yours. Give me some slack. Break through that webbing. It's blocking the vent. Well, well, well. Look who's back in the land of the living.
Where am I? What happened?
You're in a secret shield base that only I know about. Well, I guess now you know about it too. You guys did a good job of buying me time to defuse those bombs. I got most of them. But not all. Neither side's getting too specific, but a good number of those heroes got pretty badly hurt in the explosions. Including yourselves. No one saw what those mind-controlled freaks were trying to do, or that we tried to stop them. So it was up to me to save you. While you healed up, I tried to warn Stark about what really happened. Come on, Tony. I'm telling you, those mind-controlled criminals of yours were completely out of control. They're the ones who rigged the explosions. I tried to...
And I'm telling you, it's impossible. Our records show the villains were accounted for the entire time.
Someone hijacked them. I saw it myself.
I don't know what your angle is this time, old man. And frankly, I don't care. I've got a war to win. Either help me do that, or get out of the way.
Well, things didn't go much better with old wingtips either.
Sorry, Fury. You've got no evidence. And I need more than your word these days. Besides, if Stark's attack dogs really are turning on him and S.H.I.E.L.D., so much the better. Serve them right.
They can deny it all they want, but something big is going down. Maybe even bigger than this civil war you're all having so much fun with. Someone out there's trying to take advantage of the situation. Maybe by now I could have figured out who if I hadn't been too busy playing nursemaid to you grunts. You owe me. And since you're all presumed dead by both sides, you're the perfect little group to check out of this war, at least for a bit, to help me figure this thing out. You with me?
Yes, Nick. We are with you.
Remember, we're the only ones ready to figure out who's behind this. Meet me at the briefing station when you're ready for action. Hey there, what's up? I got connections. It's our old pal the Tinkerer hanging around here. I checked him over thoroughly, believe me. He ain't our puppet master. But my money says he can help us figure out who is. Probably licking their wounds and get ready for round 2, and round 3, and 4. Not sure what it would take to get their minds off this civil war. If we do, we gotta hope it's not too late to do any good. I know where their heads are at right now. Same place mine was before we invaded Latveria. Obsessed, with pride on the line. Sorry, I got some stuff to check. Talk later.
Nick, I got your message. What happened during your briefing with the president?
They're doing...
What do you want? I'm busy. You can't. Apart from knowing that your friend Colonel Fury can be very persuasive. I am at your disposal until this mystery is solved. Wonderful. It's so much easier to conduct scientific work when one is under constant surveillance. Assuming it's not an inside job, our primary suspects include Mr. Sinister, Baron Zemo, and Dr. Doom. He is a scientific genius and is incredibly resourceful. His quest for power could take him in any number of directions. Now, please, I must return to my work. Goodbye.
Tony Stark held a press conference today in which he vividly...
Hey, how's it going?
...registration forces, claiming they directly...
Sure, I'm sure. I didn't want no part of it to start with. I eventually got roped into choosing a side, but I should have stuck with my gut. You're missing the point. The whole dang thing never should have started in the first place. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I know the guy can be a bit shady, but his heart's always in the right place. Hey, he don't have no superpowers. Guy'd probably be dead 100 times over without them things. All right, I'm all talked out. See you later. Hey there, Susie. If Reed and his pal Stark weren't being so stubborn, we wouldn't have to. Yep, that's Stretcho in a nutshell. But he's got to start seeing beyond that. And fast. I mean, you set up a system to control people's minds, and where can that lead? Nowhere good, Susie. Me either. But I predict a major clobbering for someone. Just wish I knew who.
Chemical fallout from this week's industrial...
All right, listen up. Tinkerer here has been trying to figure out who might be pulling the strings of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite criminals when no one's looking.
Since I had some involvement in the original nanotechnology S.H.I.E.L.D. has converted for their use, I was optimistic that I could puzzle out the situation with the data already available. However, that has not proven to be the case. I have nothing more than conjecture at this point. In order to determine what's really happening, I will need to view the networking logs for S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite control grid. Unfortunately, their signal is highly encrypted. It could take years to break their code and directly access their servers.
But we don't have time for that, obviously. The shorter and quicker routes to physically transmit that data directly from their servers, which we've discovered are located in Rikers Island Penitentiary. So that's where you're headed. Now don't worry. I know trying to bust into that place on your own would be near impossible, since it also contains the portal to Stark's Negative Zone prison. But we got information that Captain America and his forces are about to stage a prison break to release their buddies from the Negative Zone. They'll have to smash through Rikers to get there. We'll take advantage by having you piggyback on their incursion. While they're driving toward the portal, you follow in their wake and get that data sent to us. Then we can figure out who the hell's grabbing control of these psychos and why.
S.H.I.E.L.D. should have their hands full, but I'll patch you into the comm channel so you won't get any nasty surprises. Now get to the portal room and upload those network logs.
Attention S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel. This is Commander Hill.
If anybody
Any
asks,
superhuman
tell
not
them
accompanied
Wolverine
by
did this
Iron
to
Man
you.
should be detained by any means necessary.
More, Kate? You are a new one. Take them down.
S.H.I.E.L.D. forces, we've got rogue superhumans running loose in the west cell block. Contain them.
It's more fun than fight back. You're lucky I'm in a good mood today.
Did you see that coming?
You looking for another nostril?
confident.
Cat strike team's already crossed into the negative zone. That means you're the only targets Hill's got left on this side.
I thought we finished you off at the chemical plant. We'll see about that. Bring him down!
Understand? And keep an eye on these nanite-controlled prisoners.
Okay.
The computer with the data we need is in that holding chamber, but the area is sealed. You'll have to get the access card from Hill.
Whether you're with White Star or not, you're breaking the law and will be dealt with accordingly. Damn it, they're like fish in a barrel! Cut them down! Keep them away from the force field generator!
You won't. Gonna get carved, bub.
Stay on them. Reinforcements en route. Don't let them break the last force field.
You looking for another nostril?
You traitors should have stayed underground.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood today. You don't want me going berserker on you.
She's going for her chopper.
Fine, take the key. Go help Captain America or whatever you think you need to do. But there's an army on the other side of that portal waiting to stop you. Don't bother with more lies. Just get out of my face.
Ain't she a sweetheart? Now go get that data.
Anyone who's still standing, get to the portal. Rogue Supers just stole my access. Cut them off!
Don't worry, Hill. I'll stop them.
You never saw me?
Shield level 10 clearance accepted. Security, teleport scrambling, and
Not so fast. I've got my orders. Now here's one for you. Get the hell out! You won't get past me. You won't! Oh man, they're all loose!
You won't.
Use that networking monitor station to send their logs to us for analysis.
We got the transmission, and Tinker's done a quick analysis on the data. Doesn't look good. We were concerned that an unknown megalomaniac might be overriding S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite control signals with intentions unknown. However, the truth is much stranger, and potentially much more troubling. There is no secret mastermind pulling the strings of these criminals. The network that links their minds has become large and complex enough to emerge as its own intelligence. A neural net whose intellect grows each time they inject another host with the nanites. The only reason this thing hasn't already spread like wildfire is because S.H.I.E.L.D. lets just a few of them out at a time. Correct. If the entire group were released from lockdown, they could escape Prison 42 and quickly spread across the Earth like a techno-plague. Everyone would eventually become part of its collective consciousness. We already saw they could override S.H.I.E.L.D. control. Wouldn't there be any way to stop them? To determine that, I would need a pure, untainted sample of the nanite material. One that hasn't yet been injected into a host. Okay, they must have some of that in their negative zone jailhouse. And we won't get a better chance to head in there and grab some of that stuff than right now, while the heroes are still beating the crap out of each other. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Sit tight till I arrive to help you out.
Teleporting makes my skin crawl. But you'll need my help, and I can't send a decoy into the negative zone. Signal won't cross over. I expect Cap and Iron Man will still be butting heads in there. Let's move while they're distracted. This is the best shot we're gonna get to break into that prison. We gotta take it. Otherwise, nobody will be sitting on an antidote that could save humanity from this thing.
Huh. And I thought everyone was too busy fighting each other to watch out for innocents. Let me help. I can activate the portal for you.
Thanks, Robbie.
Go on through. I'll be ready to help you anytime.
It's a lot easier getting into this place than getting out. I'll head to the portal control room to make sure this gate's open for us when it's time to book. The nanite labs are a few levels below us. Head down there and grab us that pure sample. I'll meet you back here. Yeah, and I was kicking butt back when your mama was wiping yours. I can handle myself. I'll let you know when I reach the control room. From there, I should be able to help clear your way. Now get going.
What the hell? Faster, the portal must be fuel! I've been scrapping longer than you've been alive. Bet you're wishing you had a mutant healing factor, too. I've got an unbreakable skill. Bet you don't. So behind the best there is.
Now you understand why I am restored. More pressing matters.
Lab personnel, this is Nanite Control. Hey, those rogue heroes. We're gonna bring another Nanite agent online to assist you.
Sounds like they're prepping someone for nanite injection. Try to stop them before they use up that pure sample we're after. Security's pretty light up here. Everyone must be focused on the main fight. Now, let me see if I can open a path for you. There, got it. Hurry up and get that sample.
I don't care if he hasn't been fully prepped. We need Equinox online to defend the lab. Start the procedure.
injected with a pure sample. I'll find you another one.
Chance to heal. Head to the other side of the labs. You can grab a pure sample there. Things are getting hazy.
Can't disable that thing remotely. Find a way around. See if...
I've now filled the syringe with 12 milliliters of the nano. Subject to strain. But any artery or vein will do. The nanites will know.
got the stink of loser on ya.
That cleared your way. You can head for the sample now.
You'll have to stop those capes yourself. You can't get another nanite agent online in time.
Didn't you see that coming?
These claws ain't just for show.
The pure sample from that machine. Good work, team. You should be clear to head back to the portal. No one's gonna stop you. They're all too busy partying it up in the cell blocks.
We'll never reach the jail cells at this rate.
Are those the conduits we saw in the schematics?
Yeah, the only exposed power cables for both the main systems and the backups.
Those get cut, and all the cells open up? Including S.H.I.E.L.D.'s remote control super criminals?
You got it. But the released prisoners might give S.H.I.E.L.D. more than they can handle, at least for a few minutes. Could help cover our escape.
Never thought the cavalry would look quite like that, but I'll take it. Nanite Control, watch what you're doing with those prisoners. They just... Damn it, Swanson! Get those prisoners attacking the right targets!
We're trying, sir, but they're not responding. The inhibitor transmissions aren't having any effect.
Then swipe their nanochains! Shut them down, now!
No effect, Mr. Stark. The villains are completely out of control.
You don't say.
Looks like Fury was right about your nanite-injected slaves.
We had it under control until you busted in here and released them all.
Gentlemen, I suggest we focus on getting our people out of here alive.
Dagger, this is exactly what we were worried about. The Nanite agents are free and they're showing hive mind behavior. Ah, great. Looks like the power surge knocked out the portal. We'll need it to get our people out of here. Take that lift to rendezvous with Cap and Iron Man. You explain the situation to them while I try to figure a way to jumpstart that portal.
Where did you... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Look, we need your help. Something's gone wrong with S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nanite control system. Fury had no evidence. And it was Stark who had the power to...
Steve, we don't have time to go over this. It's going to take teamwork to get everyone out in one piece.
You're right. But this portal's offline. We're going to need to fight through the escaped inmates to get power flowing to it again.
It won't be easy. They've hijacked the wireless network we set up for them, and are somehow using it to make themselves nearly invulnerable.
I certainly hope so. You'll have to deal with plenty of them to power up this portal.
Go to the top of the cell blocks to access the power conduits. Cap and I can hold this portal as a rally point. If you're able to rescue anyone along the way, send them back here.
And I'm sorry about what I said before. You and Fury were fighting this threat while the rest of us were just fighting each other. I only hope it's not too late.
Sounds like those two come to their senses. About time. Guess I'll switch us over to their radio frequency.
Fury, is that you?
In the flesh, Stark. And that ain't a figure of speech.
I hate to say it, man, but you were right. We should... We're just lucky you and your team don't cut it yet.
Any idea how we can deal with this power sharing?
Target the ones in orange. They're the high power level superhumans. Beyond that, I have no idea what we're seeing.
in the danger room.
We'll try not to hurt you.
If anybody asks, tell them Wolverine did this to you.
These linked powers are no joke. We need the portal online so we can get our people out of here.
I can't disable those things from here. Should be some panels you could trigger to help clear your way.
Cage in. Area's clear. I'm headed to the portal. Almost there. Ran into some trouble on the 3rd floor, but I think I can... Luke? Luke! He's not responding.
Yeah, carve that hive mind right out of you. About what I expected. Less talking and more fighting.
Thanks. Those freaks meant business. I'm gonna go help capture the portal.
Get that pure nanites that early life. Never hurts to have a spare.
I'm the best there is. You learn the rest.
Fury, the prisoners are taking our people alive. Any idea what they're trying to do?
They share one mind. They want to add more and more people to their group. They'll kill anyone who stands in their way.
And if they get back to Earth?
We can't let that happen, Stark. No matter what. pods come back online. Sit tight, we'll open an exit. Should be down now.
Get me out of here! They're trying to turn me into one of them! I can't get out of this thing while it's energized!
If anybody asks, tell them Wolverine did this to you. Even I got my limits, bub. You're lucky I didn't carve that hive mind right out of you.
Good job getting Firestar out. Send her our way.
You'll have to get down to the lower level to restore power. There's a lift nearby.
A few energy cores were displaced earlier. If you move them back into position, Fury should be able to restore power.
What we had there was a failure.
More where that came from, bub.
One more should do it.
I'm no damsel in distress.
That did it. Energizing the portal now.
We're getting everyone out now. Get back to the portal.
I can't bring those turrets down. You'll have to fight past them.
I've got kids. Think I can't handle you?
Things are getting hazy. Need a chance to heal.
Looks like it's someone's nap.
They're reviving each other somehow. Not good.
Toe-to-toe, we can't win this fight. We need another option. Well, there is a self-destruct protocol for the prison, but Reed and I never... We can't. Some good people are still unaccounted for.
Cap, it's our only chance to keep this from spreading the word. Send me the codes, Tony. I can turn into the fucking zero work here
I
to
can
meet you at
carve
the
that
portal.
hive mind right out of you.
This is Nick Fury to all friendly forces. We're gonna blow this place to Kingdom Come. Get your butts to the portal, double time!
Come on, I ain't finished with you yet. I could take you out with 3 claws tied behind my back.
You made it. Come on, we need your help.
If we clear this area, Fury can trigger the destruct sequence and follow us out.
Watch, Diamondback's joining in. Resistance is thinning out a bit here, Fury. Is that self-destruct set?
Hey, all right? Hang in there.
Heads up, it's Moonstone.
Looks like we're back on. Fury, can you trigger the destruct sequence or not?
Close enough. Head through the portal and make sure only the good guys come through.
In your room.
Get going. I'll be right behind you.
You made it. Was Fury behind you?
Closed off from the other side. What do you think it means? Did Fury detonate?
Step to one side, Captain. You and your friends here are under arrest.
For Pete's sake, Hill, these people need medical attention.
He's right. Lower your weapons and call in the medics.
No, Stark. I'm under direct orders from the President. The SRA dictates that these unregistered...
We're giving everyone temporary amnesty on my authority. At least until we figure out what just happened. If you have a problem with that, Commander Hill, you're going to have to take it up with all of us.
Get the medics down here.
So many lives apparently lost. And yet lost so that many more lives might be saved. We may not know the true fate of Nicholas Fury,
But we do know he showed his willingness to sacrifice himself on behalf of us all. For him, and for the rest of the missing and presumed deceased, we ask Almighty God to watch over their souls. Amen.
I've got to hand it to Fury. I'm not sure we ever would have found this place if you hadn't led us here.
The man knew what was at stake. That's why he showed us this place. Too bad he had to die before the rest of you paid attention to him.
You're right, but I'm not ready to buy that Fury and the others are dead. Not yet. We found no bodies, detected no explosion. How can we be sure what really happened?
Tony and I have already been over this a dozen times. We can't be sure, not without a working portal to the negative zone, and that will take us weeks to bring online.
Great. So in the meantime, it just goes down as a mystery.
Yes, but we do have some evidence of Fury's success. I've been monitoring, and there's still no sign of the Nanite Collective signals here on Earth. It's a shame the Tinkerer seems to have escaped. I was hoping his research would corroborate my own. Still, I believe I can use this scanner to confirm that the nanites haven't... Oh no.
What is it?
Nanite control signals. Hundreds. Maybe thousands of them.
Fury failed?
We all failed. We lost our way.
And now the world pays the price.
We're facing what looks like a full-scale invasion. Let's meet at the briefing station ASAP. Hello, what can I do for you? Of course. But it's shameful that it took a global threat to bring us back together. Now's not the time to worry about that. We need to stay focused on our main objective. It was a calculated risk I took in a desperate moment. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Regardless, I believe we've all learned something here. Well, I need to get back to business. Talk to you soon.
All right, Stark. I've lost.
Armed forces around the globe continue to mobilize to combat the threat. Critical infrastructure in many countries is failing, including power...
Hello there. What can I do for you? Of course, but not under these circumstances. I guess it took a global menace to wake us up. Don't be too sure of that. Anyone can be incorporated into the Nanite Collective, including our friends. Don't you think we already tried that? We have a shutdown signal, but the Collective changed the network's encryption code, and we designed it to be unbreakable. When Reed Richards tells you we can't break the code, believe him. Sorry, I need to get back to work.
Citizens are advised to remain in their homes. Do not attempt to engage the invaders. Stay tuned to this frequency for further updates.
Hi there. Some crazy stuff. I think they're going to fill us in soon, but just watching the news tells me it's getting bad, and fast. You might be deployed to deal with any hotspots that Reed tracks. I think I'm staying behind to help guard Stark Tower. With everything that's going on, I don't think anyone's got that on their minds. If we can't keep this thing from spreading, the SRA won't matter. In a way. If we thought we were in wartime before, I get the feeling we haven't seen anything yet. Anyway, nice chatting. Talk to you later.
Hello. I'm getting there. I never realized what Vance went through during his incarceration until I found myself in that horrible place. I'm just grateful to have gotten out alive. They kept us away from them in different cell blocks. I never even knew they were in there until, well, you know. Nothing. It was hard enough attending the memorial service. But to not know if Vance has become one of them. Are you really sure of that? Because I'm not. Well, I have some things I'm supposed to be doing. Talk to you later.
As long as possible. Your time is limited, but defeating enemies will extend this program's duration.
About what I expected. Come on, I ain't finished with you yet. I'll cut you down to size.
Keep pouring it on! Here I am. Victory is mine! I'm a natural blonde.
All right, Stark. Through the portal. I'll leave this log just in case.
In the span of just a few hours, the world has gone insane. The Nanite Collective's agents are swarming all over the globe, infecting key victims in an apparent bid to eliminate all serious resistance to their expansion.
Their movements seem methodical and well-coordinated. They must have used Prison 42's portal system to move this fast. Worse, time is on their side. If we can't stamp this out quickly, it will grow to encompass all of humanity.
In the face of this new threat, the Registration Act has been temporarily suspended to allow us to work together.
We're deploying teams around the world, but the most explosive situation right now is in the African nation of Wakanda, which has reported a massive incursion into their capital city. Ruled by our friend T'Challa, also known as the Black Panther, Wakanda is a highly advanced country blessed with the world's only deposits of vibranium.
Your knowledge of the Nanite Collective makes you the best team to send into this combat zone.
Do whatever it takes to help Black Panther defeat these invaders and regain control of his country.
Thank goodness you're here, my friend. No time for pleasantries, though. The enemy have our city surrounded and are firing on us with siege cannons. Please take out those guns. We can't hold out against them much longer.
These claws ain't just for show.
You will never take Wakanda and invade us!
Anyone else?
Not what I expected.
You don't have to be a guy. Thank you, heroes. Your help is most welcome. The nanites are spreading. The escaped inmates have infected hordes of mercenaries, and now they have come for us. We must stop their assault before they take the city. The cannons are our primary target. I shall. It will be an honor to fight alongside you. Come, they have more artillery ahead. I will open the security fields for you. They have another cannon near here. We must find it. I cannot risk opening the gate until the nearby cannon is destroyed.
Big mistake.
a mountain.
Putting your heads together isn't always a good idea. Let's put my mind against the hive mind. Sweep you off your feet.
This ancient lock was built to secure the path, but I'm sure you'll be able to open it. Sometimes the old ways are not the best, at least when it comes to security systems. They are using their powers to shield the cannons! Stop them!
So much for the benefits of a hive mind. That was easier than I thought.
Now, 11 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, and you're listening to MMS International News. Reports continue to flood around the globe regarding the sudden shocking news. There is military forces of the Nanite League behind, while the appeal of
You got the stink of loser on you.
This might look easy, but it is. I'll die before I kill you.
Sorry about that.
Big mistake.
Let us go on to defend this city.
Havoc? Alex, what are you doing here?
Be careful, my friend. That is not the man you think you know.
Your feet.
You have done well, but the enemy is inside the city. Please hurry.
King T'Challa needs your help.
They have taken our defenses offline, leaving us vulnerable to airborne assault. Head to the towers at the top of the city to restore the defenses.
So much for the benefits of a hive mind.
Breaking those is a fine idea. I do not want the teleporter pods in my city.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood today.
All friendly forces. This is a secure
Let's put my mind against the hive mind. You look so surprised.
I'll go by Wolverine for fun.
defeat nature itself.
Behind the best there.
There is another tower to repair nearby.
You have aided us greatly, heroes, but there is more to be done. We must activate one last tower. Let us descend. I shall open the way for you. Come along. We must travel down to the marketplace. The last tower is just ahead. I have battled Magneto. You are nothing compared to him.
It is done. Our city is safe.
We must travel to the Panther's Palace through here. It remains undefended. I have battled Magneto. You are nothing compared to him.
I need some help.
Fighting works for me. I thought I was a strong, silent type.
Our homes are safe. I shall post guards with these two while we go secure their palace.
Your help in the city is much appreciated, but the palace defenses are still offline. I must ask for your help once again. Use the lift to reach the palace grounds. There are 2 towers in the palace defense network. Restore them, and I will open the way to the palace.
Just be glad you ain't in pieces. That's what a ticked-off Canadian can do. looking for another nostril?
Victory is mine.
Just be glad you ain't in pieces.
You messed with the wrong lover.
I've got an unbreakable skeleton. Bet you don't.
I need some help.
You're not yourself. Too bad for you, I am.
You must still restore the power core to the defense tower. This is a battle you cannot win. No more.
You asked for it.
It is but one more tower to activate.
More where that came from, bub. Things are getting hazy.
Did you see that coming? The final power core must still be placed into the large tower. that lift to reach the palace.
It appears we are safe, thanks to you. But it seems things are going badly back in New York. I will patch you in.
Priority 1 distress call from Stark Tower to all friendly forces. We are under attack. Invading force is comprised of nanite-controlled criminals as well as infected superheroes, including... Oh!
She-Hulk! Look out! I should see them! Colossus!
Fall back! Fall back!
She-Hulk! Stark Tower, respond! Please, join me inside. I will continue trying to contact our allies. Panther calling Stark Tower. She-Hulk, do you read?
Fury?
Or an incredible simulation. What do those senses of yours tell you?
You ain't Fury. The body maybe, not the mind.
You got that right, Logan. I'm so much more than I ever was.
Took a happy pill, did you?
Keep up the tough guy act, Logan. Like you got no feelings under all that regenerated flesh. We know better.
Well, ain't that special?
That's it. Keep pretending you don't know what the Fold could mean to you.
The Fold, huh? So that makes me, what, the Wolf?
You know what we got that you don't. The free and open knowledge of every person in the world.
You ain't got that, Fury.
Not yet, but we will. And it'll include everything everyone knows, including every detail of your past.
I already got that.
Right. Except how many times you've been fooled by fake memories and whatnot? You telling me you wouldn't want to know 100% for sure who you really are?
At the price of calling my own shots, pass.
That's what you say now. But in the end, you're gonna thank me, Logan.
It's broken through our defenses. How?
That's gonna leave a scar.
No! My own people taken! This has gone too far! Goblin?
I could have done that in my sleep.
I warned you, Bob. I'm the best there is.
Just like in the danger room.
Still behind the ready. Looks like you don't. Even I got my...
How many balls will Fury throw at us?
Need a chance to heal.
If they don't have a good sense to stay down, we will put them down once again!
Unbreakable skills. Back you go.
Thank you. Without your aid, I shudder to think what would have become of my homeland. Now, what should we do with these two?
The fall of Stark Tower was just the beginning. Over the past few weeks, the Fold has aggressively ramped up its campaign to take over all of humanity. Many of our closest friends and allies remain unaccounted for. We have to assume they've been taken into the Fold.
It's no coincidence either. The Fold's primary targets are clearly superhumans. And thanks to the acquisition of Fury and his decades of intel, they've been able to make serious inroads in expanding the Collective's power base. Fortunately, Fury's knowledge of Wakanda isn't comprehensive, which is why we've been using Black Panther's palace as our temporary base of operations.
Fold forces were unable to retrieve Venom and Green Goblin after you defeated them. Using the pure nanite samples your team obtained from Prison 42, we've been able to cure these two criminals of their infection.
Venom and Goblin both claim a strong desire to help us stop the Fold. They're not the most trustworthy of allies, but frankly, we can't afford to turn them away. With the Fold growing exponentially, infecting entire populations at a time, it's becoming obvious we can't win a war of attrition against them. Their network seems to be the key. If we could only find a way to disrupt it. Unfortunately, they've clearly been taking steps to make that all but impossible.
Our best minds are working hard to devise a strategy to defeat the Fold before it becomes unstoppable. We'll let you know if and when we come up with anything solid.
My home is yours, friends. Everything here is at your disposal. Let us meet at the briefing station when you are ready to act.
We don't have time for these games, Osborn. Tell us everything you know about the Fold, now!
When will you self-righteous fools accept that I have...
They caught us by surprise. Not honorable.
What do you want? I'm sure I will be once this is all over, but for now, you need my help against the Fold. So glad to have your approval. It means so much to me. The things you really believe you want, realizing they're not yours, and yet not being able to do anything about it. Finding yourself pursuing someone else's goals. It was quietly terrifying. How magnanimous of you. I grow fatigued, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, how's it going? I don't know what to think anymore. But if the Fold takes over, the future I knew will look almost appealing in some ways. Point taken. I'm just saying we can't let either of those futures happen. At least we know they can't both happen. It's a good question. They know we're here, but seems like right now they have other fish to fry. From what I understand, they don't have a leader per se, but they share knowledge across their network. And the information he's got on all of us might be the most dangerous thing about the Fold right now. Good talking to you, but I've got to run now.
Oh, hello. What can I do for you? Hank and I have been studying the tech recovered after we liberated Wakanda City. It's given us some insight into how the Fold's network configuration is evolving. In addition to their network encryption becoming even more robust, there are indications they are experimenting with trying to share special abilities beyond just their local groups. We have to hope they don't succeed in that. There's no way to really know. Based on the conversation with Nick Fury, I'd say their own personalities are intact, but their desires have all been converted into those of the group mind. The similarities are significant, I agree. But in this case, the brainwashing occurs almost instantaneously after the victim is injected with nanites. I'm sorry. I must return to my work now.
Hi. I'm pretty busy right now, but I guess I can chat for a moment. We're doing our best. They're extending their influence much faster than we would have ever envisioned. What does any virus want? To spread, as far and wide as possible. We do best to think of the Fold that way. The bottom line is we don't have much time. We project all metahumans could be absorbed within 3 weeks. The rest of the population would fall several months later. If we can't come up with a plan very quickly, we won't have any say in the matter.
Analysis of Fold technology retrieved after the liberation of Wakanda has revealed details about the Collective and how it's spreading. We are now aware of massive repeater towers being erected at secret locations around the globe at an astonishing rate.
These heavily defended towers are clearly being built to extend the reach of their network. Like the internet, their grid is adaptive and seems highly resistant to being completely shut down. So trying to destroy the towers would be an inefficient use of our time and resources.
However, we might still have an ace in the hole. Our nanite stasis signal should still function, if we could only broadcast it on their network. Their encryption makes that impossible to do from the outside. But if we were able to take control of one of their repeater towers and send the signal from there, it just might work.
We've identified only one tower that is central enough to reach the entire Fold before they could react.
If we were able to infiltrate this enemy base and send the shutdown signal, all members of the Fold would be paralyzed, allowing us to round them up and cure them of the nanite infection.
It sounds simple, but won't be easy. Iceland was one of the first countries to be completely overtaken by the Collective. However, this may be our only shot at defeating the Fold. If we fail here, we'll have revealed our only trump card, and they won't give us another chance once they figure out what we're up to. We'll get as close to the tower as we can without attracting their attention. From there, we'll have to fight through their defenses, make our way into the base, and send out that signal.
That's as close as we can get you. You must find...
If you have not yet come into the Fold, gave up smoking, so I'm extra irritable.
Please, I need support. I shall have to tell the professor of this battle.
Dr. Pym, are those devices anything like the recovered nanite tech you've been studying?
Yes, T'Challa. Needless to say, Pym, those amplifiers allow them to teleport in. I'd recommend destroying as many of them as you can.
You got the stink of loser on ya. You're lucky I didn't carve that hive mind right out of you. That's what a ticked-off Canadian can do. Got more of the same for you right here.
Seems like the Fold is using a lot of their teleportation tech here, too. They must have adapted it from the negative zone portal design.
Next time, send somebody to fight.
A little overconfident?
Told you I'm the best there is.
This was over before it began.
I'll cut you down to size. think I'll lose your eye.
Intelligence isn't.
That was a battle you could not win.
Cut you down to size. Got more of the same for you right here.
T'Challa, what's that noise? Long-range proximity warning. We may have company before long, Dr. Pym. Defect the stations, everyone!
Stay down.
If you block the side vents, I believe the central port will be forced open. You got their attention. I'd say try not to hurt them, but there's no time for subtlety. Take them down.
Got my limits, bub.
have multiple intruder alerts here. We may not be able to stay in contact much longer. Hurry to the inner base to get that stasis signal transmitted.
I got my limits, bud. Mind control. Been there, done that.
I have not the time for nuisances such as you.
I thought I was the strong family type.
Smell
I'll heal. You won't. Just for show.
I need some help. I'm hurt over here. When I say move, you move.
Just be glad you ate in peace. You asked for it. Need a chance to heal.
We didn't mean for any of this to happen.
The tower base control station is straight ahead of us. The pad is in action. Try blocking the other path first.
That's gonna leave a scar.
That object to block the teleport. It will reroute the system and let you access other areas. We are under attack. They're throwing everything they have at us. You need to go!
heal. You won't. I've been scrapping longer than you've been alive.
Your hive mind is no match for a free mind.
I thought I was a strong, silent type.
Force fields can be a real pain. You sure you want to pick on a girl?
Next time, don't waste my time.
I know rationally that I'm gonna win.
What has been done to those people you are fighting? What is the force trying to create?
Think of the scars as souvenirs. Next
More of those experimental monstrosities. They must be guarding the path forward.
I'm not feeling well.
I've got it. Back. Looks like you don't. I've got an unbreakable skeleton. Bet you don't.
Anyone else?
focus on the next step.
A little overconfident?
Hurry! Get him out of here!
What a waste! You should have accepted Fury's offer, Logan.
I knew we never should have trusted you, bub. Now you're gonna pay. Big time.
We know what you're plotting. It won't work.
I won't give you a second thought. Can I get some help?
Next time, send somebody who's gonna put up a fight.
You sure you want to put that on her?
Your nanites were no match for my claws.
I can sweep you off your feet.
Next time, I won't take it so easy on you. There's nothing I can't cut.
There's 10 seconds on level center.
scrapping longer than you've been alive.
But you will listen.
I got my limits, bub. Next time, send somebody who's gonna put up a fight. I gave a smoking something extra irritable. These claws ain't just for show. I gave up smoking, so I'm extra irritable. We ain't done yet.
Your collective intelligence isn't.
Next time I won't take it so easy on you.
I'll apologize for you not my mind.
Things are getting hazy. I've been scrapping longer than you've been alive. unbreakable skeleton. That you know. Next time, send somebody who's gonna put up a fight.
Very well. You could have selected the painless option. Instead, you chose this.
Nanites were no match for my claws. I've been scrapping longer than you've been alive.
Hurry! Send the signal! We cannot hold out much longer! They got Bishop! Down! Do whatever you have to! Just get that signal out!
Told you I'm the best there is. leave a scar. Don't worry, chicks dig scars. Next time I won't take it so easy on you. Need a chance to heal. You got the stink of loser on you. Things are getting hazy.
I'll keep you off your feet.
Next time, don't waste my time.
I'm always holding a full house.
Things are getting hazy. I thought I was the strong, silent type. Even I got my limits, bub.
Tinkerer will be ready for you. Do not let him stand in your way. Get the Tinkerer away from that console! Hurry!
You got the stink of loser on you.
The upload is starting again. Hold your position. We cannot let anyone stop the signal this time. What are you waiting for? Send out the safety signal! Use the control console! Halfway there! Are you all right? They're all paralyzed! Reports coming in now from all over the globe. It looks like the entire collective is down. Great work. We'll need to mobilize S.H.I.E.L.D. to begin rounding up and curing the nanite-infected population. Until then... What the?
Something's channeling strange energy signatures back through the network, converging in your vicinity. Can you investigate? I see.
cute trick. But did you really think we wouldn't see it coming?
It's over, Fury. You're alone. There's no way you're...
Oh, I'm not alone. You may have frozen the fold, but you haven't eliminated it. And with these new nanites, I can draw on the entire collective's power. I won't need more than a fraction of it to kill you. Then I'll shut down that annoying signal of yours for good. In another minute, it'll all be so clear. Contain multitudes. Damn throwbacks are like bacteria compared to us. We offered you everything. Can't you see that? The world's better off the way we found it.
Blocking projectiles! Refresh this attack!
Who are you to say?
Chance to heal.
Together, we're unstoppable. You can't stop us. You're wasting your time.
right, Stretch. I can make it.
Smart guy. But I'll take a SHIELD nurse over him any day. So how are you feeling? How's it look like I'm feeling?
Could be a lot worse, all things considered. Everyone else who was infected is pretty much recovered, but the stuff that Tinker put in you was 10 times.
Yeah, I know. But believe me, I know. Listen, guys, about all this, I just wanted to,
You can stop there, Nick. There's plenty of blame to go around, on all sides.
And plenty of cleaning up yet to do.
Yeah, there is that. I know you'll put it right. Get things back to where they used to be.
I'm not sure things will ever be quite the same as they used to be.
No. But that doesn't mean they can't be good again.
And so with the global battle against the Fold now won, thanks in large part to the combined efforts of the world's superheroes, Congress this week voted to overturn the Superhuman Registration Act. Additionally, all members of the anti-registration movement have been granted full amnesty by the president. Does this mean the country's superheroes can get back to doing what they do best? Former anti-reg movement leader Captain America, speaking earlier today at a Lincoln Memorial rally, said he hopes so.
During this conflict, nearly all of us got distracted from a hero's main responsibility, to help those who need it most. Now, thanks to the actions of a small but steadfast team, we've been given another chance. We must not squander it, and we won't. We saw what could happen if all individuality were lost. But we were also reminded that there are some things we can only accomplish when we're united. Now, our alliance stands reforged, ready to meet whatever challenge might be next, together.
We've been trying a number of new therapies to help.
I'm on it.